You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
Reading Rockets playing host to the Milton Keynes Breakers. What an exciting game we have ahead for you today. Hello and welcome everybody to today's BCB playoff basketball live stream. Today we have the host Reading Rockets against the away team, the Milton Keynes Breakers. This is the semi-final of the BCB playoffs. The Milton Keynes, first of all, coming off a huge 102 to 95 point win against the Nottingham Hoods, a high scoring affair at home for the MK Breakers. Leading scorers Mike New Jr. and Jordan Spencer making a huge impact in that one, with notable contributions from Jonas Dietrich and Kai Williams. Meanwhile, of course, the Reading Rockets today at Rivermead, but formerly at the Loddon Valley Leisure Centre, where they beat the Derby Trailblazers in the quarterfinal game, 77-65. A very exciting affair that we had many of you join us for on the YouTube stream. Victor Olarerin making the biggest impact with 25 points and an MVP performance. And many fans here today supporting the Milton Keynes Breakers, but it is sold out here at Rivermead to a point where extra seating has had to be put in. So get ready to feel the energy, feel the noise coming through your laptop, phone, TV speakers. It's fantastic to have so many of you with us on stream already. Get your comments in the comments section. Give us your thoughts and opinions on today's games and let us know what you're thinking of about the game, who you're thinking will be the standouts today. Great to have a mixture of fans in the comments already. Let's go Breakers, says Lead Red. Tisha Buckle saying let's go Rockets, and Susan Webb on a go Breakers. We are just under 4.5 minutes away from tip-off. The MK Breakers deep into their layup lines. And the Reading Rockets coming out of their huddle and throwing down some dunks. We also have this opportunity to look at today's starting fives. We will start with the Milton Keynes Breakers, the team being led by captain Jordan Spencer. Jordan Spencer on 35 minutes per game across the season, averaging just over 16 points and 7.5 assists. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Blaine Freckleton, a veteran of British basketball, playing just under 19 minutes per game, scoring 5.5 points, but making even bigger impact in his quarterfinal fixture. 8.6 assists and 3 rebounds, and a key component to the success of the Milton Keynes Breakers. Maybe averaging only 19 minutes per game in the season, but played over 39 minutes in the quarterfinal and helped lead his team to success. Of course, they'll be joined by the lethal shooter, Jonas Dietrich, as well as front court Luke Gregory and Mike New Jr. And that brings us on to the Reading Rockets starting five, led by captain Zane Porman, joined by Jax Bouknight, Yusuf Saleh, the high scorer and MVP of the quarterfinals, Victor Olarerin, and of course the big man Ty Nasangu will be starting at the 5. And we're seeing your comments flying in. Can't believe I'm sat at home with COVID and my seat at the game is empty, says at Tuma 1979. Sorry to hear that you are suffering with COVID at the moment, but we are here to make sure that you'll still get to enjoy that game feeling atmosphere from home. Lawrence C. Green says, let's go Breakers. Lawrence Green, let's go Breakers. Avatron, let's go Breakers. We got lots of Breakers fans in the group chat. Roofing Guy, TU, let's go Reading. Fight for everything and let's take that W. You can be sure both teams will compete hard today with a spot in the BCB final in its opening season up for grabs. Teams are in their huddles having their final words before we get started with today's semi-final. The MK Breakers finishing 4th in the league season, 17 wins and 9 losses. And Reading Rockets, of course, winners of the BCB in its opening season with a record of 22-4. And it wasn't too long ago that the two teams competed at Loddon Valley, where the Reading Rockets came away successful by just 4 points, 80-76. The referees are ready. The ball is at centre court. The teams are getting clapped onto the court. Plenty of away support for the Milton Keynes Breakers and very loud and high energy support from the Reading Rockets. Bobby Blackstone ready to enjoy this one, saying, let's go Reading, fight for everything. Come on Rockets, I'm up on the treadmill, give me a wave. We have our treadmillers up in the window, prime seating here at Rivermead. Marie Waterhouse, let's go Rockets, mother of junior player James Waterhouse, sat on the bench for the Reading Rockets today. Tony Upfold saying, let's go Rockets, bring the heat and play hard. And Dee Dee Langley, let's go Breakers from New York. Our stream is going global. And ladies and gentlemen, you have to wait no longer. Tyner Sangu at centre court for the Reading Rockets. Luke Gregory at centre court for the MK Breakers. Head coaches Ben Stanley and Samit Nozade up and ready to go. The ball's thrown up and it's won by the Reading Rockets. Jack Spocknight calling his offense for the team. MK Breakers coming out in a 2-3 zone. Victor Olorarian finds space, cutting from the right wing, an easy layup to start the game. Jordan Spencer gives the ball up to Luke Gregory, comes off the pick and roll, drives along the baseline, finds the shooter Jonas Dietrich. Luke Gregory drives, misses the left-hand finish, gets his own rebound. The ball will be knocked out of bounds by Zane Porman. And it is a MK Breakers ball on the baseline, right in front of the away support. Luke Gregory. Reading Rockets coming out in a man-to-man defense. Jordan Spencer, star player for the MK Breakers, rises up and can't get one to go over Jack Spotnight. Zane Porman's going to push pace. Porman to Olorarian. Olorarian drives, lots of contact, but a clean block by Luke Gregory. Jordan Spencer will push the ball. Jonas Dietrich. Blaine Freckleton has the ball on the right wing. Gives to Luke Gregory. He's going to drive left hand down the middle of the paint. No good as Tyner Sangu sees him out. Here's Spencer. He's got 4 seconds to make something happen. Mike New Jr. is going to have to put one up. Step back from the right corner. Can't get it to go. Yusuf Salih now will slow down. And play caller Samit Nurizadeh will call his first offense. Yusuf Saleh comes off the pick and roll and drills it from the left slot. 3-ball is good for Reading Rockets, but Blaine Freckleton can't answer back. Head coach Ben Stanley screaming at his boys to play a man-to-man defense. So Reading Rockets might look to do something different, but decide just to play pick and roll. Victor Olarerin can't get the 3-ball to go. Jordan Spencer gives to Luke Gregory. Here's Freckleton. Freckleton being a player successful in the NBL for many years, but here's Tyner Sangu. The crowd are on their feet, and it's hammer time for Aaron Sangu. The Reading Rockets get off to an early lead. We're 2 minutes in. It's 7-0 to the Reading Rockets. Here's Spencer. Spencer drives and kicks. Mike New Jr. corner ball. Can't get it to go as MK Breakers fail to find their first basket. Yusuf Saleh. Reading Rockets on a lightning fast pace. Olarerin gives to Boknight. Boknight's going to play pick and roll with Asangu. Rockets avoiding offense, playing simple pick and roll. That opens an open 3 for Zane Portman. And double digits already. Timeout. Milton Keynes Breakers. Reading Rockets lead 10 points to 0. Hands are clapping, drums are banging, horns are blowing. It's a lightning fast pace for the Reading Rockets. What a start for the team in black. Home court advantage clearly making its impact. It's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds into the game and Reading Rockets lead 10-0. And wow, this place was just on its feet. The roof was trembling. The energy was deafening. And now head coach Ben Stanley having to answer some challenges thrown at him by Simon Irizarry in his early timeout call. Of course, head coach Ben Stanley, a successful coach in senior basketball in both the men's and women's game. And of course, his assistant coach, Mitchell Timmins, with national team experience and regional team experience, and assistant coach at both the under-18 England and under-15 England boys levels. And now MK Breakers will come back into the game. Freckleton receives the ball from Mike New Jr. Jordan Spencer's going to bring the ball up the court. Luke Gregory gives to Dietrich. Dietrich will pass to Mike New. Good flow, pace by the Milton Keynes Breakers. Jordan Spencer couldn't find his roller, Luke Gregory, on the pick and roll. Instead, passes to Jonas Dietrich after the Spain action. He feels there was contact on the drive. Referee says that he had not yet picked the ball up, so it'll be a baseline ball for the Breakers and a chance to try and create an easy look for themselves. You can imagine both teams would have been scouting each other's offenses, and Reading Rockets come up with the answer from that possession. Olarerin's going to shoot a 3 in transition. Bang! Reading Rockets 13-0 lead. Two teams hungry for competition, but it's the Reading Rockets off to a fast-paced start. And now an offensive foul called on Jordan Spencer. And it's going to be our first sub of the game. Luke Gregory is coming out for the Milton Keynes Breakers, as all 6'6" of Kai Williams will enter the game. Loads of experience for Kai Williams, having played in the BBL for multiple teams and now playing for the Milton Keynes Breakers. And it's going to be a kick ball on a loose pass from Boknight, but that will give them a 14-second shot clock. Sangu receives the inbound pass from Saleh. Rockets get into some movement. Here's Boknight. Boknight has Freckleton against him. He's going to play pick and roll, try and attack Kai Williams early. Shot clock's running down. Has to shoot a tough mid-range fader. It's no good. Nasangu contact and one. It's a 15-0 start. Foul is on Jordan Spencer, and that is a tough foul for the Milton Keynes Breakers as he picks up his second personal foul. We're not even halfway into the first quarter as of yet. Now Nasangu a chance to shoot at the free throw line. Takes his time. Nice high arcing release. Milton Keynes now going to have to try and find a solution yet to score. Here's Kai Williams. Jordan Spencer fakes. Olorarian goes past. And Spencer can't get the three to go. Here's Portman. Olorarian. Olorarian uses the screen from Portman. It's going to be Nasangu screening to Boknight now. Rockets going into multiple pick and rolls. Here's Sally. Sally back to Boknight. Pick and roll again. Faked by Portman. And he misses the easy layup. But he will recover the ball. Yusuf Salih's going to come up with it now. There's 7 seconds left on the shot clock. If the shot clock didn't reset. And it's a loose pass and an MK ball in the corner of the court. Spencer slows the ball down. MK Breakers trying to find a good offense that will help them score here. And that's an offensive foul against Kai Williams. A back screen sent by Jordan Spencer. Rockets had to switch. Kai Williams, instead of sealing his man, just goes through his chest, and that'll be a first personal foul on the big man Kai Williams. And Luke Gregory potentially might be needed to come back into the game earlier if Kai Williams picks up another one. But for now, Coach Stanley trusting both his guard and his big to stay in the game and manage fouls. Blaine Freckleton has just subbed as Zane Portman takes contact from Mike New Jr., makes the layup, and it's an and one opportunity. And what a time to get it, just as we were announcing Calvin Oates into the game. Unbelievable start by the Reading Rockets. We're 5 minutes in. It's an 18-0 scoreline. We're 5 minutes into the game. MK Breakers with no answer to the Rockets just yet. And Portman makes it 19 points to 0. Here's Dietrich. They go back into the same offense. And there's a foul called on Ty Nasangu as Jordan Spencer hits the deck. And Dietrich misses the three. Olorarian goes all the way down the lane. Oates hits the deck, so Olorarian's going to pull it. 3 ball, no good. Here is Dietrich. Portman on Mike New Jr. Here is Williams. Spencer backdoors against Boknight. Good switch from Portman. Mike New Jr. is now going to play inside against his matchup. Kicks the ball out. Kai Williams, 1 on the shot clock. MK still yet to score. Here's Portman. Portman throws it ahead to Olorarian. Olorarian to Boknight. Boknight swings it. Sally! No good from 3. Portman comes up with a rebound. Off to Nasangu. Gets stripped. Spencer out in transition now. And a foul by Olorarian will slow the transition down. And it'll be a sideline ball. Intelligent foul from Olorarian. Just trying to make sure that MK did not have a transition opportunity. Defense chants singing from the stands as Jordan Spencer gets pressed to the sideline, manages to break the pressure, gets to the meat of the paint, loses the ball. It's a fumble. Williams comes up with it. 7 seconds on the shot clock now. And he's going to get a bit of contact from Botnight. And Botnight is going to come out. It's only his first personal foul, but this will be the first sub of the game for the Reading Rockets, as Malik Bryant will enter the game. Left knee taped up and supported. He's ready to go. Again, it'll be Jonas Dietrich on the inbound. Spencer steps back, fakes, decides not to shoot. Behind the back to Mike New Jr. There's only 2 seconds to go. Mike New Jr. again can't get it to go. And Yusuf Salih will come up with a rebound. Reading Rockets into pick and roll. Salih decides to pull it from mid-range. 21 points to 0. MK Breakers still looking for their first basket. Here's Oates. Passes to New Jr. Dietrich. Oates pulls and gets it to here, and listen to the MK Breakers fans. They go crazy for the first basket of the game. Scored by young academy player Calvin Oates. Averages 5.5 minutes per game across the season. 2.5 points. But already has beat that with a 3-ball in this one. Now Olorarian has a chance to answer. Olorarian will drive, stop, pass inside. Up to Nasangu. Nasangu gets fouled around the basket. And Dietrich was the one with the contact. So Dietrich picks up his first foul. So the Reading Rockets boys huddling above the three-point line whilst Nasangu receives the ball. Meanwhile, both guards, Oates and Spencer, go over to head coach Ben Stanley to talk tactics. And you just imagine that first 3-ball would just be a bit of a pressure relief for the MK Breakers. It's been a tough start to the game for them. And the Reading Rockets have been all guns blazing, firing on all cylinders. Nasangu misses both free throws, but it's a Pullman rebound. Reading Rockets are going to get another bite of the cherry. Salih will come off the pick and roll by Nasangu. Stops, pops. Can't get the mid-range to go. That's his first miss off the dribble. Jordan Spencer passes to Oates. Oates to New Jr. He's going to play pick and roll with Spencer. Spencer waves him away. Decides to cut through to give Mike New Jr. space to drive. Kicks it back out. Williams can make them from 3 and does. Back-to-back 3-balls. MK Breakers starting to fire a little bit with more accuracy, and now the MK Breakers go back to their 2-3 zone. Horman, Olorarian. Breakers have been mixing between man and zone throughout the first quarter. Here's Salih. Stops, passes. Olorarian, hand in his face. Does enough to put the shot off. Spencer looks to pass ahead, but couldn't. Dietrich passes to Spencer. Spencer inside to New Jr. New Jr. fakes, decides to pass out. Dietrich to Spencer. Oates for 3. No good. And Nasangu tries to come up with it, but couldn't quite get 2 hands on the ball. We're under a minute to go, just 59 seconds remaining. Both teams with no fouls to give. Points are 21-6. And Ty Nasangu will take his first breather of the game as Simon Chamberlain comes in. Rockets looking to go a little bit smaller and maybe look to defend the 3-point line with a few slightly smaller bodies. Here is Williams. Hit a 3 not long ago. Simon Chamberlain defending him. Oates comes off the pick. Passes to Spencer. Oates wide open. Just shot one from there and missed this one as well. And they've called a They've called a shot clock violation. It looked to me like that shot was off in time. But referees have decided it is in fact a shot clock violation. It might actually help the MK Breakers because Reading Rockets came up with the rebound. So they're not very happy at the call, but it actually might have stopped a transition fast break. Shot clocks are still going. There's just enough time left on the game clock. Portman passes to Bryant. Bryant plays the pick and roll with Portman. Bryant misses the three. Dietrich comes up with a rebound. There's 25 seconds left on the game clock. Williams passes to Oates. Inside to New Jr. Portman comes up with it. Zane Portman with the swing step gets stripped. And Mike New Jr. tips the ball off the leg of Zane Portman. So it'll be an MK Breakers ball. Reading Rockets not happy about it. It's going to be 16 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds to go. Breakers only with 6 points. A bucket here would do a lot for them. 6, 5, Dietrich inside, easy layup, 3 seconds on the clock. Rockets need to get it in and heave. No time left on the clock, so that's the end of quarter one. Reading Rockets lead 21 points to 8. Wow, what a fast-paced start to this game. .13-point advantage in favor of the Reading Rockets. The energy in the room has been intense at a minimum. And we will take this opportunity just before we look at our stat sheet to have a look at some of the comments in our comment section. GDSB says, let's go Breakers. Alan Thompson, let's go Breakers. Big up my man Callum, Milk and Beans. Stephanie Johnson, just landed at the airport. Let's go Rockets. AP Decon, good job with the stream at difficult venue to film at. Thank you, AP, aka Alan Parker, normal cameraman for your Reading Rockets games. Excellent member of the stream team. Says the fouls aren't on the scoreboard, so keep calling them out. We'll try my best. I'm slightly behind the scoreboard, so I have to keep standing up to have a quick look and check for everybody how long is left on the clock, but I will do my best to keep you up to date. Tony Upfall, what a quarter. Reading have come out and have a clear game plan and are executing it to perfection. Let's go. Of course, Tony Upfold, under 14 girls head coach this season. Did an excellent job with the Reading Rockets. And great to see so many coaches from the MK Breakers in the crowd. Program lead Josh Merrington and myself getting to discuss all the success that the MK Breakers and Reading Rockets have been having during the season. Both clubs were teams in the junior Final Fours, so good luck to all players, both in MK Reading Rockets and, of course, in all other clubs around the country who are competing at Final Fours this weekend. Adam Digby also in the crowd, under 18 head coach, academy head coach. So great to see so much support for the MK Breakers and lots of great people doing great things for junior basketball. Freckleton comes off the pick and roll. He's going to pass to Williams. Nasangu's still out of the game, so Rockets looking to defend the perimeter a little bit more effectively. Malik Bryant gets called for the foul. It's only his first personal, will be first team. Spencer's going to get the ball for Dietrich inbound. New Junior passes out of a lot of space. Kai Williams hits the three. And that's 2 threes for him now and 6 points. That makes him top scorer for the MK Breakers. Sharing for the Rockets, spread out between 4 scorers. Sally Olorera and Nasangu each with 5. Palmer with 6. Chamberlain says, let me add a 3 of my own. What a way to start for both teams. Dietrich, Mike New Jr., Freckleton, inside to New Jr. turns, takes a lot of contact, and that's at the line for the MK Breakers. New Junior, a player that they're often getting the ball in his hands, someone that can make things happen. Score is 24-11. The Reading Rockets fans starting to make some noise, but New Junior, cool, calm and collected, drops the free throw without any difficulty. And New Junior goes 2 from 2 from the line. That's his first points of the game, as Yusuf Salih will take a breather. In back comes fan favourite Victor Olarerin, high flyer, 3-ball scorer. Crowd favourite indeed. Here is Pullman, shoots a little baseline mid-range. An easy make for him. Kai Williams putting his hand up to coach, saying, sorry, I gave him a little too much space. Here's Spencer, comes off the screen from Williams. Good slip from Williams, goes all the way to the rim. Hangs and makes the right-hand layup. MK Breakers starting to just find a bit of rhythm. MK Breakers may have found it hard to keep the count down for the Reading Rockets, but you never count them out. A team with this much quality as Olarerin hits the step-back floater. Spencer comes into a step-up pick-and-roll with Williams. Williams to Freckleton. Freckleton backs down against Malik Bryant. Decides not to play, instead kicks out to Williams. Dietrich, New Junior in the corner. Pullman all over him. Inside pass, Spencer feels contact from Bryant. And that will be Malik Bryant's second personal foul. And it'll be 2 shots for Spencer at the line. And Sangu will come back in for Chamberlain. Oh, and the referees look like they're calling it a baseline ball. So maybe not 2 shots. Must have been a foul before Spencer received the ball. There's not too many complaints from the MK Breakers, so everyone in agreement. And lovely little offense. Gets Williams wide open under the basket. And timeout is called by the Reading Rockets. Nurazade not happy with the start of the second quarter. We're only 2 minutes, 7 seconds in. Reading Rockets lead 28-17. So currently the MK Breakers winning the quarter 9 points to 7. Lovely little offense on that last baseline possession for MK Breakers, using the big man to screen Jordan Spencer out to the corner. And then just having Dietrich screen Williams one more time so he can go to the basket for a wide open layup. And again, a chance to have a look at our stat leaders today. Currently, the most efficient performance is from Zane Pullman for the Reading Rockets. He has played all of the game time so far in this one. He has 8 points to his name. He's 1 of 1 from downtown with that lovely little bank shot from the right wing. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover and 2 steals. Yet to have conceded a foul. Milton Keynes Breakers having a tough day at the office, but it is Kai Williams that's actually leading all scorers, as well as being the most efficient player for the MK Breakers. He has 10 points in just under 9 minutes. He's got a rebound and a steal to his name as well. So Kai Williams is the guy that MK Breakers are relying on so far in the first half. Botnight gets to the free throw line. Kicks to Pullman, who makes one more pass to Olarerin, who sinks it. Just what you want out of a time for the Reading Rockets coaching staff. Dietrich misses the layup. Pullman turns the ball over, does the splits after getting the ball taken off him by Freckleton. Freckleton. New Junior. Williams. Freckleton. Can't make the 3-ball. Bocknight now pushing the ball down the floor. Passes to Brian. Brian, lovely pass to Portman, who just tips the ball one more time to tie the Sango under the basket. Dietrich goes down in transition, and Olarerin will pick up his second personal foul. That's Brian, Sally, and Olarerin all with 2 fouls. Bocknight with 1. So the guards for the Rockets having to manage the whistle a little bit. So Dietrich, a very, very good shooter, is going to have his chance to take a couple of free throws as he makes the first one. And the second one is good too, which is greeted gleefully by the MK Breakers, who you can hear their fans giving lots of support. Portman backs down New Jr. Still backing him down. So loose pass. Olarerin. 3-ball, no good. And we have wedgie number 1 of the day as the ball gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. Jonas Dietrich gets up and tips it from being jammed between the rim and the backboard. It looks like the referees are questioning whether the arrow on the table is correct. A very experienced table official, Peter Tarb, is saying that it is in fact a Reading Rockets ball, but the referees feel that it is belonging to the MK Breakers. And Peter Tarb is seen to be correct. So it'll be a baseline ball for the Reading Rockets as they call their offensive set. Starting in a box formation, and down inside it goes to Portman. Good look, but just overshoots the banker. New Jr. gets pinned off the backboard by Nasangu, but they've called it basket good. So he did slap the backboard, but that should only matter if the ball had a chance of going in. Looked like he slapped the ball first. But the referees have a better angle than I do, that's for sure. So we will trust their judgment. Score is 33-21. Nasangu screens the outside of the zone. Nasangu to Olarerin. Olarerin with 10 seconds on the clock drains the 3-ball. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Rockets with no more fouls to give. Breakers yet to foul in this quarter. Points are 36-21. Stand corrected. Jordan Spencer says, give me 3 more. It's 36-24. It's only a 12-point game. Bocknight. Portman. Bocknight. Takes a tough 3 over 2 people and drains it. Playoff Bocknight says, give me 3 over 2. And playoff basketball is full of highlights as Jordan Spencer takes the contact, spins out of bounds, and still makes the layup. Bocknight, impossible shot. No, it isn't. Sinks the baseline fadeaway. Spencer looking to answer. Drives. Has Nasangu on it, but he's picked up his dribble. He may look to pass and get it right back. He does. Shoots over Nasangu. Bang! 3-ball. Jordan Spencer makes the 3. 4.5 minutes to go. 41-29. Bognay hits another three. And Rivermead on their feet. Teams trading baskets. Playoff basketball, BCB semi-final. What a run of offense from both teams. And basketball as good as that is the reason that this venue sold out to a point we had to get even more seats in here. Because of highlight basketball just like that. And I'm going to take a moment, not just to take a breather, but to have a chance at reading all of your wonderful comments in our live stream. We have a huge amount of you watching, currently over 230 of you live on stream, and the thousands of you that watch post-stream on playback. Welcome to you all live or on the repeat. Known era. That is the reason we've taken a slightly different venue today, as we've come over to Rivermead. The old Rivermead, of course, the original home of the Reading Rockets, and now Loddon Valley plays host to them on a bi-weekly basis. And our one-off games are here at the new Rivermead. Very nice court. Seating, not a spare seat in sight. So the MK Breakers are going to get the ball in Spencer's hands out of the timeout. New Junior has a mismatch inside. He'll spin Botnight, and it's an easy finish off the backboard. Olerarin fakes right, steps back left. Can't get the three to go. That does give the MK Breakers a really big opportunity to potentially get this to an 11 or 10 point game, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Mike New Jr. So it's a 13-point difference. Reading Rockets leading 44-31. Got under 4 minutes to go as we approach the 3.5 minute mark. Freckleton. Oh, his foul's been called there on Taina Sangu, so that'll be 2 on Taina Sangu. And of course, the Reading Rockets now pick up their 5th team foul, which means it will be 2 shots at the line. And Victor Olerarin and Taina Sangu will come out. Simon Chamberlain will come in and play as an undersized 5, and Zane Pullman will come in to play the 4. First one drops. 12-point game. Can they get it to 11? Yes, they can. 44 plays 33. 3 minutes to go. 2-3 zone being played by the MK Breakers. That means 2 at the top, 3 at the back. Players defending spaces more than just people. They broke into a matchup, and the 3 ball's good from the sniper known as Simon Chamberlain. Spencer feels a lot of contact, manages to diff it off to Freckleton, gets it back on the left wing. Loads of contact drawn against Chamberlain, and Spencer rises up. NBA foul, that one. Feels the person's arms on his upper body and just draws the contact by lifting the ball through the arms. And he'll get 3 shots at the free throw line as a result. So 47-33, now 47-34 as Spencer gets the first one to drop. It's 2 minutes, 46 seconds left after he shoots his final free throw, which is to come now after making the first two. 47-36, we're back to an 11-point game. Chamberlain makes the three one end, and then Spencer draws the foul on Chamberlain to make 3 free throws of his own. Here's Bryant. Passes to Pullman. Space is crowded. Back to Bryant at the high post. Bryant, Hezzies, drives right, drives left, into Chamberlain. Chamberlain can't get the lucky bounce. Ball hits the top of the backboard. So not only is it an 11-point gap, MK Breakers now have a chance to bring this to a single-digit game. Captain Spencer gets them once again into their offense. An elite play call. He's played on 2 fouls, not had a break in this one. Had 2 fouls in the first couple of minutes. Here's Mike New Jr. Can't get the 3 to go. Luke Gregory. Lovely pass from Oates into New Jr. 9-point game. Second timeout of the first half for the Rockets is called by Samit Nurizadeh. There's only 1:47 to go. 47-38. And you just feel that this last minute and a half could be crucial to the momentum going into the second half. It was a brutal start for the MK Breakers as Reading Rockets really ran away with it, but the answer back from the MK Breakers, especially in this second quarter, is unbelievable. I mean, it was a 21-8 first quarter, but just imagine after that starting point, the second quarter with still 2 minutes 4 seconds to go. Apologies, got my timings wrong. 2 minutes 4 seconds to go. Is 26 points to Rockets. 30 points have been scored in this quarter by the Milton Keynes Breakers. An example of elite British talent. Speaking to Peter Taylor ahead of the game, which is chairman and founder of the MK Breakers, talking about the joys of having a team full of British talent. How much as Jax Bouknight rises up and makes the mid-range. But that smaller roster for the MK Breakers is doing the business today. Spence, Gregory. Oates back to Gregory, was open under the basket. I don't think he realised when he kicked the ball out. New Jr. Spencer. Jordan Spencer. 3 balls off. Gregory can't get the rebound. Chamberlain comes up with it. Bouknight has a chance to push pace. Decides to slow it down. Goes into pick and roll. Decides not to use the pick and roll. Just shoot one. An early 3-ball. Head coach Nurizadeh showing a bit of frustration at the shot selection. But we know Bouknight can hit them now. New Jr. being defended by Chamberlain. Chamberlain forcing New Jr. to his left hand. Decides not to play left. Instead, swings to Gregory, who gives it up to Spencer. Gregory wants the ball inside against the smaller Sally. Sally fronting, trying to force the ball high. Stops Spencer passing inside. Freckleton all the way to the rim. Misses. Captain Palmer decides to slow the offense down. Foul call. I think that one's on Blaine Freckleton. No, it was on Luke Gregory. Yep, Luke Gregory is going to pick up that foul. It's only his first personal. It's one shot at the line. Score is 49-38. 36 and a half seconds remaining in this one. Portman gets the first to drop. Second foul shot is good. Game clock down to 32. 30 seconds to go. It's a 13-point difference. Reading Rockets lead 51-38. It's 24 on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Inside to Gregory. Gregory stops, draws contact, misses the free throw. That foul looked to be on Malik Bryant. If so, I think that's his third. It is a third personal foul for Malik Bryant. He's going to come out. Rockets probably only have one offense remaining. Probably won't have to defend anymore, but just in case Nurizadeh decides to take Malik Bryant out of the game. Reading Rockets crowd starting to get loud. Drums banging, voices screaming. It does enough to put Luke Gregory's first free throw off. Second shot drops, front rim, backboard and in, and Tyner Sangu will come in for Portman, be an offensive substitution. So Reading Rockets with just under 20 seconds remaining on the game clock. Breakers have fouls to give. They might be smart in trying to use one if the scoring opportunity looks like it might present themselves. Put the ball on the sideline. And there is the attempted foul by Freckleton. The referee decides not to call it. Freckleton tried to foul on purpose. No foul called. Nurizadeh and Botnight not happy. Freckleton shakes his head and gives a bit of a laugh. Can't believe he's got away with that one. But umpires decide that no foul was called. Maybe didn't quite have the angle that we all did. And so that does bring the end of And hello everyone, welcome back to our stream of the British Championship Basketball Playoffs semi-final stream. We have just had an electric first half, a game that started like it could be a massive blowout win at one point for the Reading Rockets, but of course with the talent on the MK Breakers squad, the likes of Kai Williams and Jordan Spencer, there was no way they were letting the game get away from them for long. And a huge 31-30 performance in the second quarter in favour by 1 point of the Milton Keynes Breakers has meant that we have gone in at halftime 51-39. Impressive for the MK Breakers to bring it to 39 after only 8 points in the first quarter. They went scoreless for the first 6 minutes of the game, but have managed to keep it firing since. Of course, Reading Rockets going blow for blow in that second quarter, conceded a lot of points, but also put 30 points on the board of their own. 3 players in double-digit scoring for the Reading Rockets. That's Bouknight and Portman with 10, Olarerin with 13. Meanwhile, the MK Breakers with 2 scorers in double digits, Kai Williams with 10. And of course, star man Jordan Spencer, Mr. Playoff Basketball himself, with 11 points on his tally. And the Reading Rockets boys get clapped out of the huddle by their supporting cast, sat and sometimes stood in the stands. Got some people on their feet already, and the seats back to being filled up. It's a busy day here at Rivermead Leisure Centre. Gregory, Dietrich, New Junior, back to Spencer. Spencer goes into pick and roll. Gregory looked like a Spanish, but Gregory flips it into a downstream for shooter Dietrich. Dietrich drive, but couldn't get it to go with the left-hand layup. So Bouknight now has the ball at the top of the three to Portman. Olarerin gives it to Nasangu, goes to Bouknight. Bouknight snakes the pick and roll, loses it, gets it back. Portman has it, 7 on the clock as he swings to Olarerin. Olarerin drives, floats, can't get it to go. Rebounders couldn't get the tip in. Dietrich will push pace. Gregory, Dietrich, and Bouknight steals the spin pass inside. New Junior wanted it high over the top. Here's Olarerin, contact, misses the layup, so he'll get 2 shots at the line. So it will be Olarerin at the line for 2 shots. Misses the first. And whilst Olarerin takes the second shot, great to see so many junior players here from the Reading Rockets Junior Club, surrounded by under 14, under 16s, under 18s. We've got some players from our community program, lots of under 6 sessions going on at the minute in the club. Fantastic to see so many families and juniors here to support. Here's Gregory, drives, Euros, left hand, good, just gets it to trickle in off the rim. Nurazade calling the play that he wants. Bouknight, Olarerin, lots of contact, no foul called. Portman comes up with it, rim, back rim, front rim, out. Nasangu gets the rebound, gets the hook shot to go. Spencer, Dietrich, Gregory plays pick and roll. New Junior, handoff for Freckleton, spins, comes off the screen from New Junior. Simple switch for the Rockets. Portman with a hand down, lets Freckleton shoot. Freckleton misses, short off the front iron. Olarerin to Bryant. Bryant, Portman, bang! Reading Rockets with a 3-ball. 57-41, 16-point lead. 8 minutes to go, only 2 minutes into this second half. Olararian behind the back, plays fast, slaloms around the defense and gets it off the glass. I'm shouting into my microphone over the Reading Rockets fans who get up on their feet and celebrate with today's MC, CEO Matt Johnson, taking over from Bailey Boom Boom Tustin. Dietrich offloads to Gregory. Gregory fakes, misses the layup round the rim. Nasangu was there, but it was a makeable shot. Botnight. Breakers playing their 2-3 zone. Nasangu tries to muscle one up, couldn't get it to go. 58-41. MK Breakers almost 3 minutes in to the second half, just 2 points to their name. Starting it slowly, just like that first quarter, but we know they can get it going at any time. Rockets fighting on the floor, and Malik Bryan and New Junior tied up. Jump ball in favor of the Reading Rockets. Prestigious Johnson family. Had a very successful season with the HHS Rockets Youth Academy, as Olararian can't get the three to go. Spencer passes to Dietrich. Dietrich hits the corner three. Rockets looking to break the zone with a spacing offense. Olararian plays pick and roll with Nasangu, goes all the way to the rim. Air balls long on the right hand, fall out of bounds shot. Luke Jr. half spins to get away from defense, pass head to Luke Gregory. Freckleton going to a post up but kicks it out. Spencer back into Freckleton, decides to kick it out again. New Jr. top of the three, no good. Olararian fakes the three, drives, kicks. Bryant to Botnight. Botnight drives, lots of hands, and an offensive foul called. So Botnight's gone into the chest of a Milton Keynes breaker defender. It's his second personal foul. And it goes on. Jordan Spencer drawing that last foul, and he has the ball now. Kai Williams, excellent first half. Back into the game, see if he can make that impact. It's been a slow third quarter for the MK Breakers as Kai Williams misses the pull-up. And Dietrich cleans it up. Eight points to 7. The quarter being won by the MK Breakers now. Dietrich making an impact in the second half. Botnight, he can make these open threes, and there it is! Right wing, the sniper. The US import, Jax Botnight. Now defending Freckleton. Again, he's going to look to back him down. Hasn't looked to play 1v1 too much when backing down. Let's see if he'll try and shoot this time. He does. And it's an easy look. I wonder if maybe he could look to play 1v1 more when he's catching the ball in the low post, as good things have been happening when he has. Malik Bryant draws contact. Blocking foul called on Kyle Williams. With just 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. One foul each. Now 2 fouls on MK Breakers. Rockets leading 61-48. And Rivermead falls silent as Malik Bryant has the ball. MK Breakers now starting to make some noise. The fans in the crowd do enough to put Malik Bryant off for the first free throw. Chance to go 1 from 2. Can he split them? He can. 62-48, 14-point game. That first quarter is the difference in this one so far. Rockets leading by just 1 point since that first quarter. Again, Freckleton going to look to post up Botnight. Draws contact. (62-48). It's a 14-point game. Freckleton's going to play pick and roll with Williams. He's only got 3 seconds. Jordan Spencer shoots the 3, misses. Olorarian did enough just to put that shot off. Here's Bryant. Loves that right-hand floater going left. Nasangu tries to get one up off balance. Draws the foul, and that'll be 2 shots for him at the line now. Malik Bryant will take a breather so Yusuf Saleh can come back into the game. Nasangu makes the first. Nasangu looks to go 2 from 2. And does. That puts him on 11 points to go with his 7 rebounds. Just 3 rebounds away from a double-double day for him. Pullman also just 3 rebounds away, because he's already got enough points for his double-double. Dietrich looking in the left corner. He's made a couple, but Spencer decides not to give the ball up to him, as he's going to airball the 3. He's asking for a foul from the referee, but he's not going to get one for it. Dietrich with 9 points and 7 rebounds. In and Freckleton's picked up a cheap foul there. Instead of diving on the ball, he just dived on the body. Not allowed to go around someone's body, so just needed to wait for the ball to be visible before hitting the deck. That's a 3rd personal foul on Freckleton as well, so he's going to have to come out of the game now as head coach Ben Stanley looks to look after his rotation. Malik Bryant and Freckleton, the 2 players on 3 fouls. Guys, keep getting your comments in. Almost 300 of you live on stream. at the moment. Of course, that includes the thousands of you that watch after the game has been uploaded post-stream. Welcome to you all. Those of you watching live, get your comments in. Who are you supporting? What's your score prediction? Can the MK Breakers bring it back? Are the Reading Rockets going to have a fiery end of third and fourth quarter? Simon Chamberlain has an answer as he misses the three. Williams comes up with it. New junior. Spencer. Junior slips the pick and roll. Spencer drives left all the way to the rim. Gets the left hand to go, spinning off the fingertips. As he has to sort of limp his way back. Doesn't look too comfortable. Bouknight drives. And a foul called on Dietrich. MK Breakers, bench and fans feel that Dietrich was set, but clearly enough movement deemed from the officials to call the foul. Also gives me a chance to call out our referees, crew chief Hickman, being joined by umpires Odomaitis and Molyneux. They're the three people in charge of keeping this highly competitive and ferocious game in check. Bouknight has one more shot to take at the free throw line. And he gets it to go. Spencer makes the play call. Dietrich into Spencer. He's going to play in the low post. There's some offense going on, but Spencer decides to ignore it. Tries to bank a shot. Bouknight with a lovely through the leg spin move to go past Spencer. And oh no, it's like a hard fall for Sally, but he's getting up, which is good news. The Reading Rockets fans clap him up. Look for a second there that might have been a little bit more, but thankfully he is okay. 1 minute 22 seconds left on the game clock. Breakers on 5 team fouls, Reading Rockets on 2. 16-point game, 66-55. Spencer with the ball. Posts up Bouknight. Oh, and a foul called on Bouknight. And Bouknight and Nurizadeh can't quite believe the foul's been called. So be it Milton Keynes Breakers ball, and that's a tough foul for Jax Bouknight, as that puts him on 3. Kai Williams makes a 3 and screams boo. Screams boom on his way down. Lets the fans know about it. 13-point difference. 66-53. We've got under a minute left. Sally. Portman gives it back to Sally. Sally half spins. He's going to have to chuck one up. Decides pass to Portman. Portman 1 second on the shot clock. Bang! And Reading Rockets fans answer with a cheer of their own. 68-53. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's Dietrich. Drives left. Drops Chamberlain. Gets past Sally. And now Reading Rockets will slow down. Sally's going to be the one with the ball. Laquan Sales on the right wing. Chamberlain loading the left corner. Portman on the left wing with Asangu ready to play pick and roll. Yusuf Sally gets to where he wants to get to. Plays the pick and roll. Switches. Oates defending him. Passes to Laquan Sales. Laquan Sales all the way. Gets the layup to go on the buzzer. And the Reading Rockets bench love that one. Laquan Sales goes all the way to the rim, snakes his way through the defense and gets the layup to go. And at the end of the third quarter, it's a 15-point lead to the Reading Rockets, 70-55. Reading Rockets win the quarter 19-16. The MK Breakers have won just one quarter, 31-30 in the second quarter. For those of you who joined us late, you heard it right. 31-30 in the second quarter. MK Breakers off to a very slow start in this one, not scoring for the first 6 minutes of the game. And then ended the quarter 21-8. To update you on fouls, Jack Spotnight with 3, as does Malik Bryant, also have 3. Yusuf Salih, Olarerin and Nasangu on 2. For the Milton Keynes Breakers, Freckleton managing 3 fouls, with Dietrich, Spencer and Kai Williams also managing 2. So Reading Rockets going to finish the fourth quarter keeping Laquan Sales in, with Yusuf Salih at the 1, playing a bigger lineup with Portman at the 3, Chamberlain at the 4 and Nasangu at the 5. MK Breakers looking to attack a lot recently from the low post, so maybe just putting some bigger bodies out there to find the low post a little bit more comfortable to defend, with the likes of Freckleton and Spencer able to post up. Bound start for the fourth quarter, but of course the ball's going in the hands of none other than Spencer. Passes to Williams. Williams tries to avoid the contact of Chamberlain, ends up putting himself off balance, misses the layup. Here's Yusuf Salih, pick and roll with Nasangu. Chamberlain, Nasangu decides to shoot a little one. It's close to the basket, but not a shot that's common for basketballers to take, so a little bit awkward for him. And then blocks Mike New Jr. down the other end. Here's Yusuf Salih attacking Williams, and a blocking foul called on Williams. Just moved across Yusuf Salih, wasn't in legal guarding position. That's a third personal foul on Williams, so he'll join Bryant and Freckleton on that third foul count. Salih, pick and roll, turns it down past the Chamberlain. Sales, Salih, Horman, passes to Salih. He's only 2.5 seconds left. Falls over as he rises up and shoots over Spencer. Reading Rockets bench giving it to Jordan Spencer on his way down after Salih makes the tough 3-ball. They've had to switch here, so Dietrich's going to defend Chamberlain. New Jr., Spencer, Oates, corner 3, no good. And Ty Nasangu made it quite clear to the referee he felt it was fouled. Draws the foul call. Dietrich was going to be the one to pick up the foul, I believe. Handoff with Chamberlain. Passes to Salih. They're going to go into pick and roll here with Nasangu. Chamberlain, deep 3. Can't get it to go. That would have created one heck of a noise here at Rivermead. Williams. Freckleton inside to New Jr. Handoff with Spencer. Spencer fakes the pickup, drives. Loose pass to Williams. It's going to be a Reading Rockets wall. And now Spencer and Nasangu. Spencer points in Nasangu's face. Nasangu doesn't react. And the MK Breakers players all over the referees at the moment. We wonder if maybe heads are just starting to go. As we all know, it's win or go home once you reach the playoffs. And of course, semi-final basketball. You can understand the players wanting a spot in the final. Horman, Chamberlain, fakes, step back 3, no good. It's going to be a Rockets ball on the baseline out of bounds. And sub is coming in for the Reading Rockets. Victor Olorarian is going to come in for Laquan Sales. At Shad E2K26 as Blazers guy here supporting the Rockets respectfully. Welcome to the stream, Shad. Blazers obviously a great matchup in the quarterfinal between the Rockets and the Trailblazers. Kai Williams sends that layup packing, and a foul called on the Reading Rockets. Jordan Spencer's head. He needs to find a way of just keeping himself calm. He's getting really frustrated with the referees. And we know that when he's at his best, he's a key guy, but clearly feeling there's a lot of contact. Now Freckleton's got the ball inside. Freckleton gets to his spot, fadeaway. Banks in the fadeaway jump shot from the middle of the paint. 275 of you on stream enjoying this one with us. It's going to be a big end to this fourth quarter. You can feel it as the blood pressure in the room just rising. Chamberlain, bang! Listen to Rivermead erupt! Timeout, MK Breakers. Rockets fans on their feet. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left of the fourth. Timeout called. MK Breakers. First timeout of the second half called by either team. Rockets lead 76, up by 19 to a 57-point MK Breakers. Huge end, or start should I say, to this fourth quarter. Simon Chamberlain had missed a couple of threes, but you know a player like Chamberlain, an out-and-out shooter, is not going to turn down too many three-ball opportunities. As he finds that one in rhythm and strings it, and you just felt the energy here in Rivermead Leisure Centre level up. And you see Samir Azadeh keeping out his smaller guards of Boknight and Brian. You wonder if that's just to try and continue to limit looks around the rim and post-up opportunities. Freckleton has looked to post up regularly in this fourth quarter. Spencer, hands off with New Junior. Williams, and the pass is too hard from Williams to Calvin Oates. Calvin Oates couldn't quite get two hands on it. Dietrich's going to come in for young academy prospect Calvin Oates. Of course, other notable players on the bench for the MK Breakers. Young academy players of the future as Sally misses that three. Chamberlain couldn't get the tip to go. Both teams with academy programs and giving academy players opportunities to train and be on the bench for high-level BCB action as Dietrich draws a foul on the dribble. And that'll be a baseline ball for the MK Breakers. Freckleton's going to inbound. Spencer fakes the back screen for New Junior. The Rockets fall for the fake, and New Junior wide open under the basket misses the shot, but there was just enough contact from the recovering Rockets players to give them two shots. No, not two shots. It's an out of bounds ball. So it'll be a Reading Rockets ball on the baseline. So here's Sally bringing the ball up for the Rockets, playing a lot at the one today. Passes out of the trap to Portman. Nasangu passes back to Portman. Sally is going to play pick and roll with Nasangu. Decides to go on Sally's left hand. Sally snakes back to his right, loses it. Dietrich out in transition, crosses up Olarerin, passes to Williams. Williams gets the layup to go, finger rolling off the backboard. And now not only have we had our first timeout for the MK Breakers, we're now having our first timeout for the Reading Rockets, as it's a 76-61 point lead for the Rockets, 15 points up. Of course, we're leading after the first quarter by 13 points, so they've only won the game by 2 since the start of the second quarter. 6 minutes to go on the game clock. Foul count level for both teams at 2 team fouls apiece. And gives us a chance to shout out our junior players across the 2 benches. So, of course, you've seen Calvin Oates having a small impact in this game for the MK Breakers. We also have Gabriel Formelosa, Tom Rice, Ben Morris and Gabriel Noel all getting BCB experience across the season for the MK Breakers. And, of course, the Reading Rockets currently today with Matthew Daines, James Warshouse and Ethan Harrington on the bench. Of course, just 3 of the players that have had opportunities: Nick Dent, Malachi Hassan-Taylor and Luca Bakari, all having opportunities to compete with the BCB across the year. Here's Boknight. He's only got 8 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to play pick and roll with Nasangu. Just fights his way to the block and then misses the open bank shot. Williams almost swats away Nasangu, misses it, but Nasangu couldn't get the shot to go. And it's going to be an MK Breakers ball on the baseline. So the Reading Rockets just need to keep that scoreboard ticking over. The MK Breakers have to find stops, but stops are no good if the Breakers can't find scores. So here's Spencer looking for an answer. Escapes away from Boknight. Dietrich hounded by Portman. Passes to Spencer. Open enough to shoot the 3. Misses. Front rim backboard out. Here's Nasangu. Passes to Portman. Portman decides to push pace. Bryant, the man made of elastic, rises up. Front rim backboard and in with the left-hand layup. Here's Spencer. Not a time to go dry if you're looking at the scoreboard for the MK Breakers. So Spencer's going to fake the mid-range pass to Williams. Passes up the open 3. Decides to hit Dietrich. Dietrich misses. A score here for Rockets could be really big for their momentum. Here's Olarerin. Pushes pace down the middle of the gut. Passes to Portman. Olarerin slows it down. Boknight's going to hold it. Wait for pick and roll with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nasangu slips. Boknight, a wide open Portman. Short on the 3 ball. Freckleton. Inside to New Junior. Gets the layup to go. Malik Bryant dealing with the press from MK Breakers. A bit of a zone press with lots of trapping involved. Kai Williams. Just a bit of a limp off that one, so he's probably just managing his body a little bit of a quick sub. I'm sure we'll see him back in for the end of the game. Great impact he's had in this game. 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Both teams still on 2 team fouls. Rockets still leading by 15 at a scoreline of 78-63 after that last layup we saw from Mike New Jr. So there's going to be a sideline ball here for the Rockets. Boknight. Luke Gregory out-muscles Boknight and comes up with it. Dietrich. Gregory. Freckleton. New Junior. Freckleton. 3 ball, no good. Gregory can't get hold of it. Olarerin came up with it, gave it to Boknight. Boknight with a loose pass. Excellent read from Freckleton. Passes to Spencer. 3 ball. No good. Spencer starting to go a little bit dry from three, so he's going to shoot another one. Can't bank it in. And Bryant will make the safe pass to Botnight. Botnight will give it back to Bryant. Botnight's now got it on the halfway line. He's going to go pick and roll, high pick and roll with Nsangu. Bryant. Sally. He's shot the ball well today. And three more. 81-63. Timeout called, MK Breakers. 2 minutes 58 left on the scoreboard. 81 points to the Rockets, 63 to the Breakers. Rockets have 2 timeouts remaining. The Breakers only have 1.
Okay, as the probably the last time, it will be well, if you're lucky, Chris will do the probably. We've got to be close to switch that point. What do you think?
A great chance again to see what our comment section saying on stream. Please get your comments in the comment section in the live chat. Always great to hear from you all on your thoughts and feelings about the game. Colin Dunlop says, like my man Frankie, I'm a Blazers fan supporting Reading. Let's go Rockets. We appreciate your support, Colin Dunlop. Tony Upfold say Rockets by 8. That's his score prediction. He expects an MK Breakers comeback and for the Reading Rockets to hold on. 2 clubs that get on very well. The Reading Rockets and the MK Breakers always enjoy doing battle against one another. 2 programs with a huge amount of respect for each other and respect from the community of basketball around the country. Mike New Jr. is going to give it up to Freckleton, who's going to pass to Luke Gregory. Freckleton's going to get it back at the top of the 3. It's Spencer that's taking a minute. Missed a few threes, so he's probably come out for a quick rest, reset himself before he comes back in. Olerarin pushes pace. Freckleton chases Olerarin down. Olerarin steps through, misses the left. Nsangu misses the putback, gets the rebound, misses the putback. Dietrich gets the rebound. Freckleton now. Breakers not going to want to slow down too often. They want to play with a bit of pace here to get a big comeback. It's playoff basketball. There's nothing to lose. Bryant strips New Jr. Botnight. Oates managing to stay in front of Botnight. Sully can't get the 3 to go. Dietrich will come up with it. He's going to push the pace himself. Now he passes ahead. New Jr. has the ball off the kick from Freckleton. New Jr. steps through, could have maybe taken a layup there. Instead it's Oates from the 3 ball. Corner 3 short. Dietrich open 3 and MK Breakers are getting good looks and they're not dropping. Here's Oates, drives, goes all the way for a layup, draws a lot of contact. And he'll get 2 shots at the line. 1 minute 30 on the clock. 81-63, 90 seconds remaining, but an 18-point deficit for the Breakers to try and pull back. Reading Rockets have been outstanding in managing the game for the last 10 minutes of the game clock. So Oates is going to miss the first one. He hit a 3 early in the game and he's gone 0 for 5 from the 3-point line since then. That layup attempt that got him to the free throw line was his first layup attempt of the game. He's going to go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Botnight's getting triple teamed. Sally. Botnight just keep the ball moving to avoid the double teams, but Botnight decides not to as he throws it up, and Sangu puts the stamp on this one as he flies high and hammers one down with 2 hands. And both teams starting to send academy players to the table. Malik Bryant Botnight, Malik Bryan down in transition. And Reading Rockets, MK Breakers just seeing this one out. And the MK Breakers are going to foul to get the junior players into the game. Matthew Daines, Ethan Harrington, James Waterhouse coming in with the more experienced Laquan Sales. And for the MK Breakers, Tom Rice comes in with Gabriel Noel, a very talented point guard from their under-18s. And Ben Morris. And these juniors competed against each other in the season. MK Breakers, Reading Rockets competing in the under-18 Premier Division. So a lot of people with familiar faces coming up against each other. Yusuf Saleh, Matthew Daines, fakes, drives, floater, hits nothing but the backboard. Daines, layup's good! Rivermead goes crazy for young Matthew Daines. Oates crosses over Harrington, gets to the rim, and it's a Reading Rockets ball. And Matthew Daines gives a little smile to our commentary table. The young fans next to me very much enjoying his 2 points. It's a 21-point difference. And the Reading Rockets fans are being heard. 16 seconds on the game clock. I can barely hear myself think. Fans are going crazy. Harrington misses the mid-range pull-up. Here's Dietrich. Oates passes ahead. MK Breakers can't get the layup to go. Harrington loses it. Buzzer goes. Reading Rockets. Oh, your BCB playoff finalists. And they will come up against Newcastle. Sami Nourizadeh punches support to the fans. Reading Rockets fans still making noise. They've been going crazy for the last couple of minutes. 85-64 is your final score. A huge, huge performance from the Reading Rockets, despite a resilient and very much earned comeback from the Breakers, but it wasn't enough to get over the line. Listen to the Loddon Valley fans, or today at Rivermead fans, going crazy. Jax Botnight finishes with 15 points and 9 assists. Yusuf Saleh 11 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Zane Portman with 14 points and 7 rebounds. Olarerin with 16 points, 4 rebounds and an assist. Ty Nasangu 13 points, 13 rebounds. Huge double-double from him. Chamberlain with a notable 9 points off the bench. For the MK Breakers, your standouts were Jonas Dietrich for 11 points and 10 rebounds. Excellent double-double for him in a tough game. Mike New Jr. with 12 points. Jordan Spencer 13 points and 5 assists. And Kai Williams with 15 points and 4 rebounds. And Reading Rockets now announcing their MVP and MVP performance. Zane Portman wins the MVP honours with an index score of 26, just outdoing the 23 of Botnight and 21 of Nasangu. MK Breakers team MVP will be Jonas Dietrich with his 17 index. And thank you all very, very much for your support today in joining our live stream. A performance to be proud of for both teams. An excellent season for the MK Breakers, especially considering losing some key players towards the end of the season. But it is the Reading Rockets, the dominant force of the BCB League season, that gets the job done and sees this one out. I've been your host, Charlie Haynes. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you all for a big final matchup. Reading Rockets and the Newcastle University will go at it. Newcastle Knights, Reading Rockets, see you there.